On this video, it's time to actually do a full real estate photo shoot. So we're here at this home. The home is already prepared and the lights are already on. And so when you go to do your first practice shoot or any shoots in the future, one of the most important first steps that you want to take is to go through and prepare the home. And so I've walked through, turned on all of the lights, turned off the fans because you don't want fans moving in images, and I've straightened things and cleaned things. You know, there's a little clutter in every home no matter how clean it is, so soap on counters that doesn't look good, right? Maybe it's like dish soap and it's not a nice soap container. Paper towel rolls that don't look good, towels that someone just used this morning. Like, take a second before you do your first practice shoot and at every shoot in the future to properly prepare the house. And so that's what we've done here, and that's not the focus of this video. The focus of this video is to give you an uncut behind the scenes look at what a real estate photo shoot looks like. So the house is prepared, the camera is set up using my camera settings, and it's time to start shooting. Now, one tip I've got for you is I always like to start inside, because if I'm shooting the outside and I walk through the yard and it's wet or there's like some dog poop or something, you don't want to track stuff through someone's home. So I always shoot the inside first and shoot the outside later, and that's what we're gonna do in this case. And I'm a big fan of starting on one side of the house and kind of working your way back. It is so easy to actually forget a room, even a big room like the living room, just because you forget about it. And so I like to start on one side and kind of work my way back. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start over here in the living room and get our shots. Now, we're keeping the composition rules that we talked about. Of course, we're not gonna break those here in this video. We're shooting at waist level. We're on a tripod. We're gonna make sure our verticals are straight. We're gonna shoot either perfectly straight on shots, or we're gonna commit to the angle. We're gonna make sure the scene is prepared before we shoot. So I'm just gonna dive in here. The goal for this shoot is to finish with 30 photos. We don't want to come out of here with 80 photos. That takes a long time to narrow down. So we're just going to start shooting, and I'll show you each of the photos. And there are times when you want to raise the tripod height a little bit, and I'll show you those. So here's my first shot. It's an angled shot. Got the camera level. I'm going to go ahead and take the photo. Okay, a little bright, so I'm going to reshoot that. Making sure to delete the brackets that I'm not going to use to keep it really simple. Okay. Meter for 0, take it. Okay, those look good. You see, I kind of just go to the corners of the room. So this shot, I'm gonna cram myself into the corner, show back to the kitchen. Continue that and go over here. Here's a time where you want to raise it up a little bit. So we got like the back of this couch. What I'm going to do is move this dog bed a little, raise the camera, and I want to kind of get the perspective as if you're sitting on the couch shooting this. So go back this way. Got that one. So these have all been angled shots so far. So this next one I'm going to do a straight on. Actually, I think, so this is the view of the TV. It doesn't look that great. There's a view of the water and the pool out there. So I'm gonna do this straight on back this way. That's gonna be a selling point on this house, of course, is the pool and waterfront. So we wanna capture that as much as we can. Okay, that looks good. I'll turn around and start shooting the kitchen. So I'm gonna get a nice wide shot here that shows the entire kitchen, how it connects to the rest of the house. Looks good. One tip I have is these tripods are out pretty wide. It's easy to like bang around in the client's house. That does not look professional. So just pay extra attention. You can always fold up your tripod like this when you're walking, so you don't hit anything like I just did right there. I'm gonna go a little closer. If you don't like that shot, I'm gonna get a straight on here. Just a constant reminder that I'll give you, make sure you mix the straight ons and the angled shots. Adjust my shutter. Okay, looks great. Do another straight on back this way because of course the waterfront here is important. Looks good. I'll go back this way. Maybe able to get Another cool angled shot here that shows the whole room. So come over here, got the kitchen, got the living room, get the full thing. One thing I'm just doing from habit that I want to talk about is you can see my tripod is still raised. So normally you're going to always want to shoot waist level, except for when you need to see over something or in a kitchen. So you'll raise your tripod. Obviously the counters are pretty high, so if your tripod's down, you just see a lot of counter in the image and it doesn't look super good. And so you want to raise the camera. The other thing is you want to raise it until you don't see the underside of the cabinet. So you always want to have your tripod high enough where that's not something you're seeing. And so I've raised it up. We can see just the front of them. The undersides never look good. So that's why I still have the camera raised. Very important not to forget to lower it though. It's easy to do. So we're gonna go back here and we're gonna continue shooting. See how this shot looked. Looks great. I'm gonna get it straight onto the kitchen. Perfect, we got that straight on. We're gonna go to the dining room. Remember to lower our tripod. I always like to start, I get like these wide shots of the room, then I get closer. And so I'm gonna get a wide shot that shows these windows here. That's a nice straight on shot. So another one that I'm gonna test out and see if it works. Raise my tripod and get a straight on that shows the table and then to the outside. I don't know if the shot looks super good, but we'll take it and see. Cool. And then do an angled shot that shows this whole great room area here. And you can see I always cram myself into the wall. I want to get as wide as possible. Some homes you have to do it more than others to get good shots. It's always nice when a home has a little more space. Perfect. All right, so the last shot in here is we're gonna go over to this hallway and I'm gonna get a shot that basically catches the whole room if possible. Let's see if we can get that. Looks good. Moving on, again, I'm just gonna keep working in order. So we have a bedroom over here. Get this one. I'm gonna shoot from the hallway here and not go into the room so I can show as much of the room as possible. Kind of put it against the wall. Making sure to show 3 walls, and then we're gonna lower the tripod again. Looks great. So in a big room, like those main rooms, the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, we're gonna shoot anywhere from 2 to 5 photos of each room. It just depends on the room. A normal bedroom like this is gonna get 1 photo. Normal bathroom, which we're going to, is also gonna get 1 photo. Very easy to overshoot. So bedrooms, laundry rooms, small bathrooms, only 1. The only rooms that you're gonna get 2 photos of are gonna be the primary bedroom and the primary bathroom. So we'll do that. This is not the primary, so we'll come over here. With rooms like this, you want to make sure as much as possible that you're not in the mirror. So I'm just going to start the timer and kind of duck down so I'm out of the way. Perfect. Shot looks great. And then we're going to go over to the front room. This is how I almost forgot something already. So if I would have just been like, I'll get the bathrooms last, I probably would have forgot about this room. So I'm going to get this bathroom. So right here, you'll see this stuff is what real estate agents notice. Like, I promise you, they're not gonna notice if you mess up your settings. You have stuff like this in there, so just when you have like, make sure it's cleanly broken off. Just take a second to do that. It makes it look so much better. So I'll put that in the trash down there. Make that look good. Just makes the image look a lot cleaner. A little towel, straighten, and time to get the shot. My vertical straight, we're good to go. So I didn't adjust my settings between the last shot and it's just a little dark, so I'm gonna delete those brackets. Metering for the middle, take the shot. See if that's good. Yeah, it's good. It's a little dark still, but there's a lot of flexibility with editing, so we're good to go there. All right, next shot. I'm gonna get a straight on showing the front door. This house has a crazy looking front door, so I'm gonna get that and then show this entry. A lot of learning to shoot real estate is just doing it, and you'll start to know which angles are better. And you can see, I mean, this is me real time going through. I haven't done a practice shoot in this house. I'm just going through the house. This is the first time we've shot it. And so you just develop a feel for it. And don't expect to have that on your first shoot. Like when you're shooting your house, you're gonna be like, wow, Eli did it so quickly and it's taking me, I'm overthinking every angle. It's taking me forever to adjust this. That's how it is for the first 20, 30, 40 shoots even. Then you start to become faster and faster. So my shoots, you know, when I was shooting full time, I'm doing the average shoot in 20, 30, 40 minutes with more than just photos a lot of the time. When you first do your first shoot, it's gonna be 25 photos, so a small photo package and only photos, no video or anything, and it's probably gonna take you like 2 hours, and that's completely normal. Okay, so we got a good shot here, straight on. To get an angled shot that shows this living room. Making sure to capture 3 walls. I just got like a hair of that other wall. Okay. Now I'm gonna get a shot from the front door, kind of like we just entered the house. I'm gonna get it as close to the wall as I can so I can catch these stairs a little bit. That's a cool shot. Okay. Now, there's normally never a time to break the vertical rule in real estate photography. There's a cool chandelier, a cool staircase, so I'm gonna do that. Just don't do that more than like 1 shot per house. I'm gonna angle up and see if we can get kind of a cool shot of the stairs. We don't even know if this will turn out yet, but we're gonna give it a shot. I don't really like that one actually. Let's move it a little. Cool, so we're done with the bottom floor. In this house, the laundry room had a lot of stuff in it, and so we skipped it. If you skip a room, especially a laundry room or something that's kind of an important room, always ask the real estate agent. If they're not there, give them a call. Communication will save you so many issues in this business, so just ask. So we're gonna go upstairs, continue with the rest of the inside. You can see, I mean, we're probably about 10 minutes in, even with me explaining how to shoot, so it's really not a long process shooting real estate, which is nice. Get a shot at the top of the stairs here. Perfect. So the primary bedroom's over there, and there's another office over here. So we'll get a photo of this office. So a lot of houses, the doors don't stay open. You can prop the tripod leg or just hold it, but make sure the door doesn't drift into the frame. Cool. And you'll notice that in some of my photos, the verticals aren't like 100% spot on, they're just close. That's completely acceptable. Your editors will correct them as well and make sure the verticals are straight. You'll also notice, depending on what kind of lens you use, there's some like, they call it barrel distortion, but the edges of the image are bent because of the glass on the lens. And so very normal, your editors will fix all of that. Go in here to the bathroom. So this is an interesting bathroom because it's really narrow. So I can shoot it this way, but I also may shoot it this way and just see. So I'm gonna start with this shot. I wanna show all the closet space over there. So let's see, I'm gonna raise it up a little. Yeah, here we go. So in this shot, everybody knows there's a toilet in here, so we don't necessarily need to show that, but we do need to show there's 2 sinks, a shower, and then behind the camera there is a ton of storage. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. Perfect. We'll go over to the primary. There's sort of an entry in the primary here, so I'm going to shoot this. Okay. So there's a closet here, and it depends on the closet if you shoot it or not, in my opinion. This closet, it's bigger, but it's not super well organized, so I would shoot it, but then I would let the agent pick whether they wanted to keep that shot or not. But if it's just a small closet full of clothes, don't necessarily take a photo of it. Looks good. We'll go in here to the bedroom itself. I'm gonna stay kind of out here. Make sure to get 4 walls or 3 walls. Bonus points if you can get 4. Some rooms you can. Okay, let's see. Okay, so in this image, you'll see when I take it that I actually have all 4 walls, which gives you like really good orientation for the room. So, yep, so as you can see there, you have a sliver of the wall on the right and on the left, and you get a good view for the room. So there's a diagonal shot. I'm gonna get a straight on. Actually, I'm probably gonna skip the straight on because there's a lot more outside the window than there is with just the bed. And so I'd rather get a shot over there, and I'm gonna raise it and see if I can get some view from the bedroom here. Okay, so that's all we need in here. Actually, there's one thing over here that I missed, which is like a wall of storage. So I'm gonna shoot another angle here. That angle does not look good, so I'm not gonna take it. That's a skill you have to learn. Every angle can be like, oh, I should take it, and you just have to get used to saying no, otherwise you end up with 80 photos every shoot. All right, so in the bathroom, this is the kind of stuff that's easy to forget. A pet water bowl, so I always like to move this. You can just set it in a drawer. Just make sure to get it out when you're done. Otherwise you're gonna get a call and they're gonna ask you where you put it. Okay. This is kind of an interesting bathroom to shoot, so I'm gonna shoot a straight on here. Cool. And then we'll get another straight on here. I'm actually gonna close this door. These blinds aren't open. Oh, towels. You gotta remember where you hide all this stuff. Okay, then we'll probably open this door a little bit. Close this. Get a nice straight on. Perfect. Looks great. And at this point, we're done with the inside of the house, and so see you outside. All right, so we're in the front, and we're gonna get a very important shot called a front elevation. You have to get this at every single shoot, so it's a straight on to the front of the house. We'll get probably 2 or 3 photos out here in the front. So I got my settings set for outside. We put it on sunny white balance because it is very sunny and hot today. It's a good shot. I'm gonna get an angled one. Oh, you can kind of see the trash, so let's see if we can get... We're gonna aim up and break the rules a little bit on this one, but that's okay. Okay. We're gonna get a shot of the front entry here. Okay, let's get one more. Back here. All right, now we're gonna go through the side yard and get the backyard. So back here, we're gonna start all the way at the water, get a couple photos of the intercoastal, then move back. Make sure to really think about what the selling point of any house you're shooting is. This house, it's on the water, that's gonna be a significant part of the value, so we're gonna make sure to get some shots that show that. I got one that shows the dock here. You notice with exteriors, I leave the camera up a little bit higher. It's just better outside. And I'm gonna get one from the end of the dock back this way. I'll get a view of the intercoastal out that way. Okay. This is a straight on shot. I want to show that there's a pretty significant yard back here. Got that. And then I think the angled shot of the back, we're gonna only get one, but I think it's gonna look better this way because we could see up the stairs. Okay. Get a shot here that shows the water. It's gonna be a straight on, it shows the pool on one side, the water on the other side, then this furniture here. We're gonna get another shot here. This one I'm gonna lower so you can see a little bit more of the pool. In this shot, you can see in the foreground, it's only the pool. You don't see any of the pool deck. It just makes it look really nice. All right. We're gonna raise it up again. This time we're gonna get a shot which like basically shows the pool and then the water of the ocean combining a little bit. Be a cool shot, I think. All right, then last, all we have is up under here. So I'm gonna shoot probably all the shots out this way because that's where the value is. So come over here, get a shot of the grill and sink with the water in the distance. Okay, and then probably one more shot over here. Jam ourselves into the corner like usual. I think I'm actually gonna get last one straight on. I think we overshot a little bit, unfortunately, but straight on. All right, and that's what we would need for a house like this. You can see that whole video was like less than 30 minutes. It really doesn't take long, even with me explaining. And so when you're taking the first practice shots, just know that it is going to take you longer, but you have to learn just like anything else in life. And so start the process, work through your own house, learn to shoot real estate, and before you know it, you'll be getting paid to do this. I think it's the best job on earth, and I hope you're able to learn a lot from this video.